So welcome to yet another LinkedIn cold outreach automation video because Apollo just claimed another victim, this time Ample Leads. Now, if you're not up to date with all this, let me fill you in. Basically, for the past few years, people have been sourcing thousands of leads for dirt cheap using Apollo scrapers. Apollo is a company that lets you get leads, but you have to pay a subscription of 60, 90, several $100s a month, depending on the tier. But people had come up with ways to actually scrape those same leads from Apollo for dirt cheap. Basically 1,000 leads for $1.50, when 1,000 leads would cost you essentially $60 if you were using the service itself. This went on for years until a few weeks ago, Apollo finally said enough is enough. They went to Apify and had them crush all of these actors. All the scrapers were removed from the site and replaced with an official Apollo scraper, which itself was removed just a few days later. This caused havoc in the cold outreach community as this was the #1 source for many people's leads, which led to a bunch of alternatives popping up such as AmpleLeads, which essentially did the same thing, get you 1,000 Apollo leads for $1.50. I even highlighted AmpleLeads in an automation video a week ago, showing people how they could continue using their exact same cold email automations that they were before. But just a few days after that video got posted, Apollo came in and crushed their operation as well. And I think it's time we all admitted to ourselves that this golden age of getting 1,000 Apollo leads for $1.50 is over. So the question obviously becomes, well, what do we do now? And in this video, I give you the answer as I show you how we can still get those same exact leads at a more expensive price through Apollo or its many alternatives. And I'm going to give you an n8n automation that then takes those leads, enriches them both through Perplexity and from scraping their LinkedIn profiles directly, creates custom messaging, uploads it to instantly so you can still conduct large-scale cold outreach campaigns just like before. So with that, let's hop into it. Now, before we do anything else, remember, I'm giving you this template for free. Go down to the comments, head to the free Skool. You can find this template there, download it, and then open up n8n. Click these 3 buttons on the right, go to import from file, click on that template, and you'll have this up and running. That way you can follow along as I go through the rest of this video so you can edit it and actually get it running for yourself. And as a quick plug, we'll be focused today on the automation side of it. But if you're more interested in like, how do I actually do cold email that works and like actually convert? That's kind of what the Chase AI Plus community is all about. It's more focused on like the agency and business side. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, make sure to check us out there too. So let's start this off with a demo and also kind of showing you what's actually happening. So remember, this is what we were working with before. This was our Ample Lead scraper, right? Remember, we filled out a form. We said, hey, I'm looking for AI engineers in Chicago. And you essentially hit go, and then it would send out an API request. It would grab all the emails, enrich them, do the custom messaging, and upload it instantly. Well, this is what we're doing now, and about 80% of it is the same, right? You're going to have your leads here, which we then scrape their LinkedIn profiles, right? We're actually going to go direct to their profiles. We're also going to do a background search via Perplexity, both on them and their company. We then send that to AI, which generates a custom outreach message, something unique about them or their company. So when we email them for real, we can actually get them to read the rest of the email. And then we automatically upload that to Instantly. Inside Instantly, it'll look something like this, which includes their emails, their name, the custom messaging, as well as a normalized company name. Again, very similar to what we did in the last video. Now, the big difference is we no longer are hooked up to an API where we can just use natural language, say, hey, AI engineers in Chicago inside of n8n, and have those emails automatically be brought into our automation via an API. We have to manually do that. So I would manually go to Apollo. I would have an account at this point. I would do my search, right? In this case, AI engineers in Chicago. I would export this list. I would upload it to Google Sheets. You just see 5 here, but this could be 500. And then I run this automation, right? This is getting all that lead information from Sheets, enriches it, custom outreach, upload, done. So in terms of the actual value add with AI and automation, that's all there. You just have to take a little bit more of control when it comes to the lead sourcing. Now, again, depending on what platform you're using to actually source those emails, this could be an API. You could have something that looks exactly like this. It just depends what you're using, and it might not necessarily be Apollo. That's the thing now. You actually have options, and those options are going to be different for every single person. This template I'm giving you is very much a 90% solution, and depending on your use case, you figure out the last 10%. And that 10% could be a few things. What you're looking at here are some of the options. So Instantly, right, the actual website we use for doing our cold outreach also has a platform within it that does lead gen. So it breaks down to like $47 a month, $97 a month, or $197. $97 a month gets you like basically 2,000 to 3,000 emails a month. For comparison, with Apollo, $60 gets you 2,500 emails, $99 gets you 4,000. You will notice all these sites use credits instead of emails, and an email isn't always a credit. It depends from place to place, so you kind of have to do your research. And then you look over here with LiveKit, again, 10,000 emails for $300, 2,000 for 100. So you start to see kind of like $100 a month gets you anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 emails, right? Now, before it was like 20 times less than that when we're using the scraper, but again, I think those days are gone. So what you have to do now is kind of just look at these options and see, okay, which one do I actually like using and make sense for my volume and price point? What you also see here, and I'll link down below, is coldemailkit.com, which includes a ton of different cold email tools, most of which have to do with actually discovering leads, right? Like we see ListKit here instantly. It breaks it down by their key features, what the pricing is, and like how popular they are lately. So I'll link this down below so you can help find your lead gen kit that makes sense for you. Now for this video, how I'm going to demo it is we are going to be using Apollo. Okay, so you can actually do a free trial and check it out yourself. It's the cheapest one in terms of the amount of leads we get, and many of us have been working with Apollo leads before, so we kind of know what to expect. Again, I'm not saying Apollo is the best option. It's just what we're going to demo. So I'm going to show you how to find the leads inside of Apollo, and then we're going to go through module by module. I'm going to show you how to set everything up so you can get it running for yourself and actually get your cold email back on track. So let's begin with Apollo. So over here on the left, you're going to see people. And the idea is, hey, I need to find some actual decision makers or specific people and companies that I can sell to. So over here on the left are all the filters, right? We have personas, we have email status, job titles, all sorts of things you can play around here. I'm not going to go deep into every single one of these filters. They're fairly self-explanatory. In this example, since I'm lazy and don't want to change what I've been talking about this whole time, guess what we're going to do? For job titles, we're going to do engineer, right? For our location, I just put Chicago. Again, you can get more and more in depth if you want. And then for industry keywords, I did AI and fintech. So essentially we're looking for AI fintech engineers in Chicago. Once you do that, you're going to see all your leads populate with things like their name, their title, like what company they work for, etc. What we want to do now is to get out of Apollo and actually put this into our automation so we can further enrich it. So you're just going to click here, do select all or select all this page, depending how many you want. We're going to hit apply. Then you're going to come here to export. We only want verified emails, so we'll export verified emails only, and then hit export records. We're going to download it. Once you download that file, I want you to go into Google Sheets, and we're going to open it there. So you're going to go to File, Open, Upload, and then you're going to drag that file in there. Once you do that, it should look just like this. You have your names, your titles, all your information, and a lot of data you frankly do not care about. That's okay because we're going to filter all this inside of n8n. What you do want to do though is you want to go ahead and change the title. So I'm just going to call this test 2. And from there, you can go back inside of n8n and you're done. That is all the manual work you're going to do. Again, not as automated as what we were going to do before, but there's an argument to be made that you actually have a little more control when you get inside these platforms and do some of the filtering. So let's go through each node now. So we have this manually executing, right? This isn't on an automatic trigger. 2 reasons for that. 1, every single time you get a new batch of leads, I suggest, for organization's sake, if nothing else, go ahead and create a new sheet inside of Google Sheets that you work from. Because you do that, you are going to have to go into the Sheets module and change the document that it's working with. The second reason has to do with instantly campaign IDs, and we'll touch on that at the end. But that's the logic behind it. Do what you want. So for the Google Sheets, all you need to do is make sure you have the document actually set. So in my case, I was called test 2, right? And then you want the sheet to be whatever the sheet's called. That's it. From there, once you execute step, you're going to get a bunch of data that looks like this on the right. This is just all the data from Sheets, right? Most of it is a bunch of junk, but there's a few things we actually want. Because from there, we now do 2 things. We're now going to actually scrape the individual's LinkedIn, and we're going to use Perplexity to do background research both on the person and the company. Now, why did I set it up this way where we're doing like 2 enrichment streams? Really, it's for flexibility on your end. You may find that you don't really need the background information and this can be easily cut, or you may find that you only want the background information and the LinkedIn isn't giving you as much as you need. You have options. You can do both, you can do one, you can edit them. Again, This automation is yours. Don't feel stuck in however I set up the template. Now, looking at the LinkedIn scraper, what do you need to change? Well, this URL you don't need to change. What you need to change is your Apify API. So this one is mine that's in there and it will be deleted after this, but this is where you're going to put yours. Where do you find your Apify API key? I'll show you in a second. Next, for the JSON body, it's very simple. All we send is their LinkedIn URL and it does the rest. So you see that here, this is being mapped from that data we got from Apollo, and that's it. It's a very simple node. So let's talk about the scraper and where you get the API key. Over here on the left, I have links to everything. If you click on the Apify link, it will take you to the actual actor we're using, which is the mass LinkedIn profile, scraper with email, no cookies. I get tons of people that ask me when we do these LinkedIn scrapers, like, hey, is my account going to be like compromised? Can I get hit? No cookies essentially means your account and your credentials are never in the equation. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Nobody knows that you on LinkedIn are doing this. So you're totally safe. So the way you can test this thing is you can just put in whatever LinkedIn profile you want, hit run or hit start, and it will actually show you what the outputs look like. In terms of price, $10 per 1,000 results. So pretty cheap. And in terms of getting your API key, all you need to do is go to settings down here on the left, go to APIs and integrations, and then your API keys are here and copy these. If you've never used Apify before, the general deal is you need a paid account. You can probably get away with free because you get $5 for free. But once you're paid, it's $39 a month. And that $39 is a credit. So whatever we're using for this, like 1,000 results, that $10 comes from the $39 you paid each month, right? So it's kind of like tokens you get every month that you use as you see fit. So go ahead and put that in there. And the kind of information you get is what you see over here on the right. And I'll move this over and zoom in a bit. So what info are we actually getting? So you're getting everything that you would see on someone's LinkedIn, right? Names, company information, titles of their like work history. You're going to see things like their headlines. You're going to see education. You're going to see recommendations. Anything you see on someone's LinkedIn profile, this is going to be here. Now let's look at perplexity because this is the second half of the enrichment equation. So we're just going to be using Sonar. You're going to have to set up your account. Just go ahead and follow the documentation. Very, very simple to do. n8n walks you through it. It takes like 30 seconds. And we're doing message a model. So we have both a system message and a user message. Remember, the system message, just like it works with any other AI system, that is the internal set of instructions that guides its logic. And so the system message I've set you up with is all about saying, hey, here's how I want you to do the research, and here's the information I want back. The general idea is I want information on their company and I want information on the person. And the sort of information I want is things that are unique about them. Because when it comes to doing cold email, what's the thing we're always trying to do? We're trying to make it sound like, hey, we researched you and you only, not the other 10,000 people we researched. And you know I did my research on you because I found these unique things about you, right? No one cares when they get a crappy cold email that says generic stuff. Wow, Chase, I love your videos on AI. The amount I get that say that, it's like, okay, clearly you didn't even try. So we want to make it look like we tried. And this is helping us do that. And again, you know what I'm going to say, make this your own, edit this. What information do you need? Put that here. Now the user prompt is just, hey, what information is it going to go off of? In this case, it's the name, the company name, and the location. So who they are, who they work for, where are they at? If you get lost in the n8n documentation and have no idea where to go for perplexity and where to find your API key, well, I gave you a link right here. So don't forget that. So we take that information, the LinkedIn info and the background information, we put them in a merge node. That's essentially just stacking all that information together for each individual person. And from there, we then pass it into our generate outreach messaging LLM. So if we click on here, similar to what I talked about with perplexity, we have the user message and the system message. What do we pass in the user message? Again, depends what you're really trying to do. What do you really want these emails to say? In this case, I'm just passing the organization name and the background for the icebreaker, which is the background for the icebreaker is what we got from perplexity. So the way I set this one up, it's almost more hinging on the company itself and what's unique about the company. You might want it to be more about the individual. In that case, you know, you need to come in here inside the system message and edit that as well, because the system message is also very descriptive and prescriptive about how I want that icebreaker to sound. And the icebreaker in this case is just the first sentence of the cold email. I have my own strategy for how I do cold emails, which is keep it very short, sweet, to the point. Yours might be different. So again, fix this to make it sound like you and what you want the messaging to look like. Of note, just like we did with AmpleLeads, we also normalize the company's names to help with your messaging and your copy. So we remove things like LLC, Inc., Corp, capitals, right? Like nobody says, hey, love what you're doing, Chase AI LLC. No, you just say, I love what you're doing, Chase AI. And by doing that, we create a variable and send that up to instantly, which again, makes your email sound more conversational and sound more real, more human. And so that's what ends up being created, right? The icebreaker and the custom company name. Those are your two outputs from this whole thing. That's what it's all about, right? Give me one message that sounds realistic and sounds like I did my research, and the company name. And then from there, nothing's changed from our other automations. We're just adding that lead to Instantly AI. So what do you need to change in here? You need to change your API key, and I'll show you how to get that in a second. And then you need to change your campaign ID. And I'll also show you how to do that. Now let's take a look at what we're actually passing. There's a few things. So we're passing that email. Again, that's what we got from Apollo or your lead gen source. Last name, first name, company name, and then these custom variables, right? That's the custom company name. Again, the normalized way you would talk about that company, which may or may not change depending on their name. And then the icebreaker. So that's all that's being passed up to Instantly. If you have no idea what Instantly is, it's just a platform that allows you to do cold outreach, allows you to like warm up your emails, send it to whatever CRM you use to conduct your campaigns. Now, jumping into Instantly for a second, where do you find your API key? We're going to go down here. Well, first of all, where do you find the campaign ID? You're going to come here on the left. You're going to go to campaigns. You're going to click on your campaign, in this case, test campaign. Up here at the top of the URL, you see where it says campaign / and then a bunch of numbers and letters before /analytics. It's what I have highlighted up here. That's your campaign ID. Copy it, come inside here, and then paste it in there, right? For your API key, you're going to go to, for your API key, you're going to go down to your settings. So bottom left, click your little name, hit settings, go to integrations, API keys, create an API key. That's where you'll get it. And once you add that, you're done, right? Pretty simple, arguably more simple than the last automation version, but I think I added a little more enrichment when it comes to directly scraping their LinkedIn profiles and also doing perplexity. So I think you have a little more flexibility with this one kind of throughout the process, because obviously you have a ton of flexibility in terms of picking your source, Apollo, whatever it may be. So yeah, we ran through the automation pretty quickly, but again, these lead generations all tend to be the same thing, right? They kind of need four things. One, they need a lead gen source, which we kind of have to do manual now. We need a way to enrich the leads. That's what we're doing here with the LinkedIn profile scraper and perplexity. You need a way to do custom messaging right here. And then you need a way to actually conduct the campaign, because you can't do that through n8n. Really, you shouldn't. That's where Instantly comes in. So this video hits on all 4 points. And again, tons of flexibility. Don't just take my template and copy it word for word on the system prompt, because you don't want to sound the same. You have your own unique voice and offer, and the system messages should reflect that. So I hope this answered some questions. I know there was a lot of consternation with Apify Apollo going down and then AmpleLeads going down. And I don't think anyone really wanted the answer to be this, which was like, hey, like we kind of just have to pay the price, right? Like it was great when you could essentially get a 20x discount on Apollo. But again, I think those days are behind us, and the quicker we come to terms with that, the better. Because in the end, it's a price worth paying to get these leads. Like you need them. So let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. As always, check out the Skool. Again, tons of free resources in there, tons of things with AI agents and automations that we didn't touch on here. And if you're looking for more like professional stuff in terms of, hey, I want to run an agency, that's where Chase AI Plus comes in. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys around.